record this. All right, so let's get going. So this is what I really want to do for our seminar today. And I'm going to show you how to add your sources to Zotero, so the articles and books that you use. And then we will go to Microsoft Word, and I'll show you how to insert citations. And then after that, how to create a bibliography in Microsoft Word. There are some other really cool features about Zotero, and if we have time, I will do those, okay? But the main things are adding sources, creating citations, creating bibliographies. Zotero is free and it supports lots of different styles. So if your university uses APA or Chicago or Turabian or any of those major styles, you can use it. One of the great things about Zotero is that it stores your sources for the future. So if you do a class or a course paper, those sources are saved for your dissertation or your thesis or anything else you write in the future. If we have time, I'll talk about Zotero Groups. This is really helpful for like collaborative projects, or if you're a professor and you want to share sources with a group. All right, so I'm going to show you how to add a source to your Zotero. I'm going to send you in the chat an article in just a minute, and I'll show you how to add that source to Zotero. You're going to need to have Zotero open, and let me share my screen and I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to share my entire screen this time. And I'm going to go to Zotero right here. I believe you can see it. And then up here, there's a little green button. And if you click on that, it gives you some different choices: blog post, book, journal article. I'm going to add a journal article. You can see that right there. So I'm going to click on journal article. And over on the right side here, it says journal article, and then it says title, author, and all of that stuff. And so I'm going to add that information. I need to open up my journal article now that I have, so I need to find it really quickly. And I should have had this open, but we'll go to Morehouse. Where is he? He is right here, I believe. There it is. All right. So here is the article that I'm going to include in Zotero. I'm going to zoom it in. So this is the title. And if it's a nice PDF, you can just copy and paste it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it to Zotero, which is right here. So I just pasted it into the title, and then I'm going to go back and copy and paste the author's name. So this person is Morehouse. And then first and middle name, I'll put together Benjamin Luke. So I'll put Benjamin Luke. I don't usually include the abstract. The name of the publication is RELC Journal right here. The volume number I can find right here. It's 52. The issue is 3. The page numbers are right here. The date is 2021. And I now have the information here. There's other things like the series title. None of that really applies to me here. So I now have my Morehouse article in my Zotero here. Now I'm going to go to Microsoft Word. Here's Microsoft Word, and I'll just put some text quickly in Microsoft Word. You can do it with equals, random. And now I have some text in Microsoft Word. So let's imagine that this is my course paper or dissertation or whatever. And now I want to add my Morehouse citation. So if you look up here, there's now a Zotero tab in Microsoft Word. And if you have downloaded Zotero to your computer, your Microsoft Word should automatically now have a Zotero tab. So on the Zotero tab, it has add, edit citation, add, edit bibliography, and some other choices. First, you want to find the place where you want to add your citation. I'm going to add it after this paragraph here, and I'll click add or edit citation. And then it's going to pop up a red search window. Oh, sorry. First, I need to choose the style that I'm going to use. I'll use American Psychological Association 7th edition, APA. I'll choose APA, but you can choose whatever style your university uses. And then my search window. So I'm going to type up Morehouse. Let's see, is it double O? What was his name? I already forgot. Double O-R-H. There he is, Morehouse. All right, so Morehouse 2021, and I just hit enter. And now you can see here that Morehouse has been added to my Microsoft Word document automatically in APA style right here. Now, I can add more time. So let's say I want to add another citation here. I can go up to add or edit citation. I can search once again. If I want to do the same article, I can do the same one right there. Of course, if you've added other sources, then you can add other sources. Like if I want to do alt back or something like that. And you can imagine that as you're writing, you're going to click add or edit citation. You're going to type in whatever the name of the author is and add it. And now I have citations added to my document in the proper style. I'll show you how to add page numbers in a bit, but right now, what I would like you to do is add the Morehouse article to your Zotero. So I'm going to upload it now to you. I'm going to send it to you through chat right now. And let's see here. And then you can just add that. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. And you're going to follow the same process that I just did. Now, what I think I might do is while you're doing that, I'm going to put us in some breakout rooms because some of us already have experience doing Zotero. So I think I'll do 3 breakout rooms. Drag and drop the article into the app. Oh, you can just drag it into Zotero, Nato, is that correct? Okay. Well, we're doing it the old-fashioned way today. But you can try to drag and drop it in. All right, so I want you to type in that information. I'm going to make 3 breakout rooms here, maybe 4. Maybe Nato, you can run one for us too. And so let me do that right now. And let's take 3 minutes and try to put that information in. All right, how do I do my breakout rooms here? Here they are. You're not seeing the link in Word. Brian, are you using Mac or PC?
No,
I'm using a PC.
PC, and you've downloaded Zotero onto your computer already, and it's open. Anybody else with a PC have that problem? Okay, it might have to do with the version of Word. What I would do, Brian, is I would go back to zotero.org, and sometimes you can download a plugin or a patch for it.
You know what? I just restarted my computer just to see if that helped, and that brought it up just fine.
Oh, it's fine now? Awesome.
Yeah. So for future reference, I guess.
Thank you. So if you have not seen the tab, the Zotero tab in Word, just restart your computer. All right, let's do a few breakout rooms. We're going to do 4, I think. And I'm going to assign automatically, and then I'm going to shift some people around here. Yeah. Anna, good. I'm going to move Nato up here. And I'm going to move. All right, let's open all those rooms. All right, so I'm just going to put you in rooms for a few minutes. And if you need help, ask your breakout room folks. Riam, you're still here. Did you have a question? I saw you have your hand raised.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know. I had a problem with my home net, so I had to join from the phone.
Oh, okay. So you can just watch and then try at home later with your computer. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever, but it's my first time I'm using, but I now downloaded and now I'm teaching.
Okay,
You
that's
guys
good.
need any help? No, you're
No,
okay.
no, thank you.
All right. Very good. All right. Are you guys able to add the information from that article into your Zotero? If you're just joining us, we are adding a journal article to Zotero. Hopefully you've downloaded it and you've been able to add that information in.
I'm ready.
Good. All right. So who has been able to add the article to your Zotero?
Is your camera blocked?
Yeah, I did that. I just dragged and dropped. Yeah.
Lisa, how did it go for you?
Oh, I could not do it.
You couldn't do it? Do you have
No.
Zotero? Okay.
Yes, I have this, but maybe I
Did you-
can't find everything. I think
Elisa, can you share your screen for a minute?
yes, of course.
I'll help you and then we'll get going with our next one. If you guys want,
Thank you.
if you guys want, while I'm helping Elisa, open Microsoft Word and just try to insert a citation. Okay, just, you can't break it, so just play with it and try it. Okay, Elisa, share your screen for a second.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Elisa, you need to, in the author's name, you need to use only the last name. So click on that box there by author. Yeah.
Oops. Yes, here
Right.
is.
Yes, and delete Philip. And you need to do only alt back there. Click there. Good. Now delete Philip G.
Yeah.
Okay, delete that. There you go. Delete. Capitalize the A.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now put Philip for the first name. So go to the right and you see where it says F-I-R. There you go. No, there you go. Yeah, click.
Yeah.
Now I want you to type Philip, P-H-I-L-I-P.
P-H-I-N-P.
Yeah, but you need to use not all caps. P-H-I-L-I-P.
Oops. L&P, yes.
Well,
Philip,
close enough for now.
yeah.
And then you're going to click on publication. What is the publication? Do you know the name of the?
Because here, but I could not click here.
You click to the right of it. Click to the right, There you go. Now click.
Yeah.
Now you can type. Okay.
And now I need from here, yes.
So the title of the publication is International Higher Education. So you need to type that into publication.
I need to type.
Yeah. So, or paste it. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
And then you
Now I
keep going.
understand.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's take a look at Microsoft Word. Has anybody been able to put one into Word? Have you opened up Word and tried it? Okay.
Yes, we did it in
You
our
did it. Very good.
breakaway.
So now let's
I-
let me show you how to enter a book now. The book is the same as for like a journal article. Let me open up a book quickly. All right. So I will share my screen in a second. I'm just going to open this. Recent book section example.
Jacob, while you're sharing, just a quick question
Yes.
about the storage, as we are using a basic account. So
Yes.
what about the storage there?
So I use a basic account. I don't really like paying for that. So I have hundreds of hundreds of sources saved, and I have not run out of space. But if you try to save like the whole PDF, then you run out of space. But if you only save like the data, the bibliographic data, you should have room for dozens, if not hundreds of entries. So I would not recommend saving the entire document because then you run out of space quickly. That's a good question, Eka. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So here's an example of a book. So this is actually a book section. Let me open up just a regular book. So this is an education book, Finish Lessons 3.0. And I just took this information from the book so that you don't have to like go and find it. And I will open up Zotero now. And instead of creating a journal article, I'm going to add a book. So I click on book right here. And then you do the same process again, copy and paste the name of the book, the author, his last name is Pazzi. And then let's see, what else do I got? Third edition. So I'll just type third here in the edition. The place is New York, New York. The publisher is Teacher College Press. The year is 2021. And now I have my book. Now I'm going to go back to Microsoft Word. And let's say that I'm in my document here. And I want to say, according to Sahlberg, and then I'm going to have a quote, right? Well, when you have a quote like this, you see my author I already have here. So I'm going to do the same process, add or edit citation. I'll look for Sahlberg. Here he is. And I could just hit enter and that would enter and it would look like this, Sahlberg 2021. But that's kind of strange to have Sahlberg and then Sahlberg again. So I'll show you what to do instead. I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to click add or edit citation, Sahlberg, here he is. And I can click on this blue button and it gives me some different options. I can add a page number if I want, like that. Or I can also do something which says suppress author. And if I click on that, it will remove the author's name from the citation. So I'm just going to click suppress author and hit enter. And so now you notice that in the citation, there's no author. It's just the year and the page number because I already have the author inside my sentence and I don't want to duplicate it. So I will send you this book. Let's see where it is in chat. Let's see, where's my chat now? There it is. All right, so I'm going to send this Sahlberg book to you just so you can just practice. It's, let me see here, book example. There it is. All right, so you can practice entering that information. Of course, if you want to use another book, that's fine too. Let me show you one more thing though before you practice. So let's imagine that you've written your course paper and you're ready to insert a bibliography. You're going to go to the bottom of your paper, wherever you want to insert it, like right here. And you're going to click on add or edit bibliography. And so watch what happens. I'm going to click on that. And something's going to happen. Did I click on it? There we go. Here it comes. And it has added a bibliography with all of my sources. It's got Altbach, Dewey, Morehouse, Sahlberg, all of the sources that were in my document have now been added as an APA style bibliography right there. All right. So I've showed you how to add a book. I would encourage you to try to add a book to Zotero now. And you can also try to insert that book citation into your Word document.
Sorry, can I ask?
Yes.
Sorry. So can we add the web page, web sources?
Yes, let me show you how to do that.
Okay.
And Tata, that's a good question because web sources, for some reason, maybe it's just because I use a Mac, it's a little bit strange. So I'll show you how. Let me share my screen again. So I'm here in Zotero. And if you notice, if you click on this green button to add a source, it says blog post, book, journal, article, presentation, and then you go down here and it says more. And then there's a whole long list of things. Now, the strange thing that you might notice is that web page is not on here. So there is a way to add it. Watch closely. So you choose anything like blog post, click on blog post. And now over here on the right side, it has a blank field for entering a blog post. But you can change the item type. So up here it says item type blog post. Now watch what happens when I click on blog post. Down at the bottom it says web page. So for some strange reason in Zotero, you can find web page over here, but not in the other place. How do you change styles? Jessica wants to know how to change styles. All right. So Jessica, for example, let's say that I'll just share my screen again. I'll show you, let's say I'm back in my Microsoft Word document right here. This is in APA style, right? But let's say that you're a professor, she says, I don't want APA style, I want Turabian or I want Chicago style. So all you do is go up here to document preferences and you can change the citation style. So it was on APA, but I could change it to Chicago style. Or if your university requires footnotes, you could use Chicago full note style. You can scroll down. I think there's Turabian. Yeah, here's Turabian author date. Here's Turabian full note. Let's just change it to Turabian author date. And I click OK. And it should now change it to Turabian. Turabian is very close to APA, so you won't notice much difference, but it will change the bibliography and it will change the citations here, just like this. If you, so let's see who asked. I think Jessica asked that question. Does that answer your question about how to do that? I think that was what you were looking for. Just to review.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My question, I'm not sure why this is happening, but I don't have Turabian as an option. That happens to be, I'm at CIU, Columbia International University.
Yeah.
That's the style that I need. And for some reason, when I look under.
Did you scroll down?
Yeah, I looked at all of them. They were in alphabetical order. So I'm not sure what might be just a personal thing. So I'm running
into the same problem.
I would, well, Turabian and Chicago style are almost the same. Do you have Chicago style?
Yes, that is an option.
Yeah, just use Chicago style. Turabian is like Chicago style light, so it's not much different.
There were 3 different options, and it was saying Chicago. I believe one was saying like note or note plus author. There were 3 different options, so I'll just have to.
Does CIU want you to do footnote or in-text citations?
great question. I think we're still at the beginning of that, working on that this week.
Okay, I mean, the CIU dissertations that I've overseen, they've all been footnotes, but I think they give you the option of doing in-text. So the nice thing about Zotero, Jessica, is if you change your mind, it will change everything for you. Let's say you start off with footnotes, but then you decide you want to do in-text citations. You just change the citation style and it will change everything for you. So that's why I'm encouraging you to use Zotero, because it does so much for you that you don't have to like go and do like the nitpicky stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. All right, so let me show you. Oh, let me show you how to add a book entry. So especially for master's and PhD students, sometimes you'll see like an edited volume, like there are editors, and then each chapter is written by a different author. So let me show you what to do in that instance. So we will go here to Microsoft Word, and there is a certain way to do that. Let's see, I want to do book section. So this is a book section. This is from our master's level class here at International Black Sea University. It has a chapter from a book with certain authors, and then there are different editors. So in Zotero, what you're going to do is you'll push plus, and then book section is not listed here, but if you go down to more, it should say book section. So here I'll click on book section. It'll give me a new space. You need the title of the article or the chapter in the book. So that's Human Resources Management. The author here, Bockelman, Christine. It's got 3 authors. Now, if there's more than one author, you're going to add the first author, and then on the far right side, I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's a little plus button. So you click plus, and that gives you a field for another author. So here's my second author. And then there's actually a third author. So I'm going to click the plus button again, and I'm going to add my third author. Melanie is her first name. Now I need the book title, because there's the chapter title, and then there's the book title. So here's the book title. I have it right here. And then one thing we forgot is that these types of books have editors. And so I need to add an editor. So over here next to author, if I click plus again, and I click on the word author, it gives me different choices like editor or series editor or translator. So normally we would use the author choice, but in this case, we already have 3 authors of the chapter. Now we need the book editors. So I'm clicking on editor. And there are 2 editors here. Huisman is and then we've got Jeroen. And then we've got another one. I'm going to add one more editor here. And then Attila. So you can see this little plus button here lets you add more authors or editors as the case may be. The place here, so this is Waxman, New York, New York. New York, New York. Publisher is Waxman. The date is 2010. And if this is the chapter of a book, you need to use the page numbers. So this is the page numbers of the chapter, and I'm going to add those page numbers right here. I don't know if it's part of a series, so I'll leave that blank. Now I have Human Resources Management. I'm going to go to Microsoft Word, and I'll just add a citation right here from this. I think it's Bockelman. Here it is, Human Resources Management. And so it added the citation from that source, and then it also automatically updated my bibliography right here. You see Bockelman, Christine, and then you'll notice that it has the names of editors also right there too. Okay, so this is why it's important, because the editors need to be part of the citation sometimes. And I notice that some students forget that. All right, so let me share this one with you really quick, and you can try to insert that information yourself if you would like. I'll just put it right in here, book section example. All right, I just sent it to you. If you would like to try to add that book section just as practice, of course, if you have your own articles or books that you want to practice with, you're welcome to do that. All right, as you're trying to do that, does anyone have other questions about what we're doing? Yeah, Eka, go ahead.
Yeah, I have just a quick question. Does the application have the function of sorting the things like the library, things like books and the journals and the articles, so that if you have a lot of sources there, so it could be a daunting task to,
Yeah, so Eka, let me show you what I do. Let me share my screen quickly. I sort it not by book, but by class. So like, for example, I have if you look on the left side, there are different folders, academic integrity, academic writing, adult learning, and I have different articles and books in each of those categories. Like here's education administration for IBSU with all of my books and articles for that. So the easiest thing to do, Eka, I would say, is to create folders in Zotero. It's not too hard to do.
Yeah, I know how to create the folders, but I just wondered if there was any other option that I did not know how to sort the things out. Yeah, thank you.
So I think what you can do is you can sort by type and creator. Let's see here. If you go to I don't know. I'll have to play with that to tell you, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
That's a good question. Yeah. Other questions about what we're doing? Okay, let me show you how will I access it. So Stuart, I'll probably have to upload it to YouTube. I'll create a YouTube link. Which institution are you at, Stuart? Are you at Horizon or CIU?
Yeah, Horizon University.
Horizon. So I'll send a link to Dave, and then he can post it for everybody there. If that
Yeah, okay, great. Thanks. I came in a little late. I feel like I'm missing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
Awesome.
I just have a really basic question. I've been using the reference function within Word itself. I mean, what is the benefit of going to Zotero versus just native in Word itself?
Because in Word, you have to type in the references each time you create a new document, correct?
That is true.
Right. And so let's imagine that you write a course paper and you use a certain source, but then you want to use that source again for another course paper. You don't have to type it in again.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. And then if you use that source again for a master's thesis or a dissertation, you've got your bank of sources already prepared. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
So one thing is, if you make a spelling mistake or you realize, oh, I typed in the wrong date on my source, you can just go back into Zotero and fix the spelling or fix the date, and then it should automatically update when you open that Word document again. So let's say you spelled the author's name wrong, your professor's upset, you just go back in there, fix it in Zotero, and then Zotero will fix it in your Microsoft Word document for you. Let me see. Oh, let me show you how to add more than one author, because sometimes you create a citation and I'll go back up here. So let's say at the end of this paragraph uses, let's say, I'm going to cite 3 authors. So let's say I'll cite Altback here, but then let's say that another author already did it too, like, like here's another author, and then I'll do here. So now all three of those authors are going to go into that citation. So you can see how Zotero will automatically put it in alphabetical order, and it will then also put those down in your bibliography. Let's say, for example, that you forget to add a, let's say you forgot to add page numbers. So you click on the citation, like this citation here, and then you're going to edit the citation, and it'll pop it up here. So let's say that I need to add page numbers. I'm going to add page 123. And then for this one, it's from page 12. And from this one, it's from page 3. And then I just hit enter, and it updates the page numbers for you in the citation right there. So you can also update page numbers that way. Let me show you, okay. Any other questions before I show you something else? Don't be shy if you got something. If you're still figuring it out, there are lots of interesting YouTube videos on Zotero, or you can just contact me. So let's say that you want to copy and paste a reference into a PowerPoint. So like some of you are lecturers and you have lots of sources in your PowerPoint, and you create a references slide at the end, right? So let's imagine that at the end of your PowerPoint, you want to create a references slide. It's not as easy as Microsoft Word because it doesn't automatically sync. Microsoft Word syncs with Zotero, but there is a way to do it. So let me show you quickly how to do that. All right, so we're going to go to PowerPoint here. So let's say that, where's my PowerPoint? There it is. So let's say I'm going to go to the end here, and after my questions slide, I'm going to insert a references slide. And I'll make this a little bigger just to make it easier to see. So I want to add references to my PowerPoint. I'm going to go to Zotero, and I will find the document or the source that I want to create a reference for, and I'm going to right click, and it gives me some options. I'm going to go down here to create bibliography from item. Create bibliography.
Jacob, we can't see your screen. Most probably you are sharing, right?
Oh, shucks. I thought I was sharing my screen. All right, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was so excited I didn't share my screen. So let's imagine I'm in PowerPoint. I want to add references here in this slide. So I go to Zotero. I find the document, whatever it is. I'm going to right click on it. And then it says create bibliography from item right here. So I click on that, and it's going to give me several choices. First of all, I need to choose the citation style I want. I'll go back and choose APA. And then it says output mode, citations or bibliography. Now a citation will just be in-text citation, just the author and the year. But this is a references list, so I want it to be bibliography. And then it gives me different output methods, RTF, HTML. I always do copy to clipboard because then it's copied and I can do whatever I want with it. So I click on bibliography, copy to clipboard, and I click OK. I go back to PowerPoint and I just click paste. And now that reference that I have taken from Zotero is pasted into PowerPoint in the correct APA style. And you can just go back to Zotero, find another one, create bibliography, copy to clipboard, okay, go back, paste it. What happened? All right, that one didn't work. Create bibliography from item, here we go. Click Okay, and then it should work. There it is. All right, good. I got the right one that time. All right, and so that's how you would copy and paste from Zotero into like PowerPoint, or if you're any other document, you can copy it to the clipboard. Questions so far about what we've covered?
I'm sorry, is it only doable in PowerPoint presentation, or can it be done in the Word file itself, the referencing, the bibliography?
You can do
The
it that
last one.
way. You can do it that way if you want. If you want to just copy and paste, I think it's better just to do it the automatic way, but you can copy and paste it into any document, PowerPoint or Microsoft Excel. I don't know why you would want to do that, but something.
No. Word. I'm asking whether it does it in Word or not.
Yeah, watch.
Microsoft Word.
Yes, watch. So I'll just do a new document. So here's a new Word document, and I just click paste, and there is the reference that I had on the clipboard. Oh, I didn't share my screen, so you couldn't see that.
Yeah.
My screen one more time. All right, share. Here we go.
It's already copied to your clipboard, so you can put it anywhere.
And I just pasted it. So I can paste it.
Okay, clear.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it.
Got it.
Thank you. Yes, got it.
Good. It is available in Google Docs. So Nato, you mean that Zotero syncs with Google Docs, or?
Yes, the way you did in Microsoft Office and the PowerPoint, it's same. This icon is available in Google Doc as well. So you can just click Zotero and all your references will be in Google Doc as well.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. I have not tried it with Google Docs, but it's a helpful thing.
Yes.
Other questions about what we're doing? Let me show you one thing. This is especially helpful if you're a professor or an instructor. I'm trying this for the first time this semester. So I have my list of sources that I use in my class. I can create what is called a Zotero group. And the Zotero group is a shared folder that my students can use. That way they don't have to type in all of that information. It's already there for them. Or let's imagine that you're collaborating on an article with someone. You can create a Zotero group, so then you can put your sources into one, they call it a Zotero group, but it's basically a shared folder. And then you have the same sources together. You both would need Zotero accounts for that. Let me show you Zotero groups quickly. I'll share my screen again. All right, I'm going to go back. So for Zotero groups, you need to go to their website and you need to log in. And when you log into their website, there is this option that says groups right here. I should also point out that all of the sources that you enter into Zotero are on your account on their website, like all of these. So it's also possible to create a bibliography from the website. I don't remember which one it is, but it's one of these here. Maybe it's just right clicking. No, it's not it. In any case, you can create a bibliography here. I'll worry about that later. So here's groups. So you can click on groups and you can see I've created some groups, like here is for my education administration class. Here's for my introducing innovations class. And you can create a group, and then inside of that group library, you can add all of the documents that you want to share with your students. To create a new group, you would just click on create new group right there. You type in a name, whatever it might be, and then you're going to choose which type of group. I've been doing this public closed membership group, but whichever type, you'll just have to look and see which one works best for you. And that's a little bit about Zotero groups. I would encourage you, if you're an instructor, you can kind of check it out a little bit more. Or if you're students that are collaborating on a project, you could use a Zotero group also.
By the way, Jacob, you've got your new PhD students here that you were
Yes.
asking today. They are here.
So use Zotero, that's the message. All right, that was most of what okay, Jessica said, can you go through the step one more time for creating a bibliography in Word automatically? Of course, Jessica, I can do that. All right, so let me share my screen. Actually, Jessica, what I'll do is I'll just create a new, we'll just go through everything again quickly. So, uh-oh, I lost my Microsoft Word. There it is. So I'm going to create a new document. Something I learned recently is that if you want to just create random text, you can type equals RAND, and then you put in the number of paragraphs that you want. So I'm going to do equals rand 10, and it creates 10 random paragraphs. So I have my random paragraphs. Sorry.
Will you share your screen with us?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen. It's the story of my life today. All right, so I'm going to show you again, equals RAND 10. Now I have 10 random paragraphs. I'm going to just add a couple of citations. So I go to the Zotero tab, and then I click add or edit citation like this, and it should pop it up. I'll choose APA style again. It doesn't really matter which style. So I've got one, and then I'll do another one here, add a citation. I'll add that one, and I'll add one more just for effect here. All right, so now I have 3 citations in my paper, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page or wherever you want to insert the bibliography, but it's usually at the end. And then up here, it says add or edit bibliography. So I'm going to click on add or edit bibliography right there, and it thinks for a minute, and then it should pop it in. So here it is, my bibliography right there. And this is actually double spaced, which I don't like. So you can just highlight it, and then you can change the spacing on it if you want to do that. But in any case, there's your bibliography for you. Let's see here. I'll stop my sharing. Jessica, did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much. I just had to step away, so I missed that section. Thanks.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem. That's kind of the basics of Zotero. There are a few other things that, of course, you'll have to kind of figure out as you go. As you've been working on your computer right now with it, have you run into any problems or issues, or have you, it's working okay? Elisa, how's it going?
Thank you, Mr. Jacob. I understood so many things, and after this, I will find some videos, and it will help me also. So
Okay.
now it's okay.
Supervisor worries, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So that finishes our formal time. If you want to stay for a couple of minutes, I can help some of you that might be a little bit shy about asking for help in the bigger group. But other than that, and of course, if you have any questions, just send me an email. I think almost all of you have my email address. So thank you. And if you have any final questions, otherwise, I think we'll just finish it here. I'll end the recording, and then people can stay and ask some